The purpose of this video is to show you how to link to music files and images within a Blackboard test. So I'm going to now create a question where I'm going to link to a score. So I'm going to access the test by editing the test. And I know that in this question set that I have a listening example that I've linked to, and in another question we're going to make a link to a score. I've set it up right here. We're going to edit it. And we're going to access the HTML. So I'm going to just delete that. And we're going to access the HTML and do some really basic HTML programming. If you're adverse to programming in HTML, I encourage you to do it because it really is the only way that I've been able to figure out how to link to music files or images within a Blackboard test. So let's say we call it score number 1. They're going to have to identify the score. Let's just say, well, this is going to be the link that the student will click. And as you know, links are colored blue and they're underlined. So how does that happen? Well, in the HTML, you have to do what's called creating tags around the word. So if we go to here, we're going to create a tag called an A tag, and we're going to complete that tag here with a /A tag. It's not going to do anything if we were to launch this within the test as it is right now. So we have to specify the A tag. It's going to be an A href tag. So we type A href and then equals and then some quotation marks, 2 of them. And I'm backspacing. I'm going to go to my box account and find the URL for that score. So here's my mock exam. I have that score right here. Let's go ahead and access it. And that will bring up the score, but it will also bring up this URL right here, which is very important. We're going to copy that, Command C, go back to Blackboard, into that HTML window, and we're going to paste it between the quotation marks. There we go. So now that's a good link. That will work. There's one problem though. It won't open up a new tab. So we need to program this to open up a new tab when this file is accessed. The way you do that is target equals, and then I like to put the 2 quotations, and then right here we type underscore blank. That programming right there tells this link, firstly, to access this file, which is the Beethoven score, and then secondly, to open it in a new tab, and the browser understands that. And then this closes out the tag right here. So let's just take a look at what that looks like. Here it is, score number 1. So let's say we put a colon and then type our text with what we want the student to do. So I'm going to say, who composed this work? And the answers down here are Beethoven, which is the correct answer, Mozart, these are all the wrong answers. Submit that. Let's take a look at that question and see if I did it correctly. There's the score. Who composed this work? There's the right answer. Let's take a look at what it would look like in the actual test itself. So if we go to take the test, pretending that we're the student, scroll down to that question. Who composed this work? Let's click it. And the score should pull up. There it is. So the student can view the score and then answer whatever questions you may have about that score. With HTML, you can link to any type of file. So now I'm going to link to a music file that I want to access from a Blackboard test. We're going to do the same exact thing as we did with the image that we just linked to. We're going to edit the test, find those 2 listening slash score ID questions. And I'm going to edit this one right here. And we're going to create a link to a music example that exists in Box. So I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to open up again the HTML window. And I'm going to type listening number 1. We're going to create tags again around this text. It's going to be an A tag, an anchor tag, a slash anchor tag. We'll go back. Now we have to specify this, what type of A tag this is. We're going to call it an AHref, and then equals, quotation marks, backspace. Now I got to find the URL for that. So if we go back to Box and play this listening example right here. All right, so it's playing. I've just paused it so that I can access the URL for it, and I'm going to copy it, Command C, and paste it between the quotation marks right here, Command V. So now we have a good link again. If the student were to click the listening number 1 right here link to this music example, the problem is that the student wouldn't have access to the test anymore because the listening example would open within the same window as the test. So we need to open the listening example in a new tab. Again, the code for that is target equals underscore blank. And that should be a good link. We've closed out the link right here with a slash A tag. This is the beginning of the link right here. So again, to review, what this means is, and this text won't display because we have it in these tag marks right here and right here. What this text means is we're linking to Box, specifically that file, and we're instructing this link to open up in a new tab when the student clicks that, and we're going to close out the link with that. We can type our text, we can type the question, what is the composer The correct answer is a thunderstorm. We can see if we answered it correctly. There it is. But let's test drive it within the actual test itself. I'm taking it, pretending I'm the student. We're going to find that question. What is the composer depicting in this example? I'm going to click it. It should pull up Vivaldi's Four Seasons. So that works. And then the student can go back to the test and answer the correct answer right there. So that's how you link to a music example.